Lotus built the Elise on a chassis of bonded aluminium, providing strength with light weight, key elements of the Lotus tradition. It's a tradition that began with the vision of Lotus founder Colin Chapman. At first, he built cars for himself and his friends, simply to have fun with. In little more than a decade, Lotus would take Grand Prix, then Indianapolis honours. In '67, Ford encouraged Chapman to develop a new car and engine side by side.
I think that's really great. I think that this is the first time we've been able to coordinate the build of an engine and a chassis together and design each one to suit the other. And with the sort of weight and simplicity and power that keeps coming up, I think we're going to have a fabulous motor car.
Colin Chapman and his men had but a few weeks to the first time out. Time was at a premium.
Let's see if it all goes together now. Come on. Oh, dearie me. Steady. Steady. Down a bit.
Down.
Drag, yeah. Yeah, that's fitting well. Beautiful.
Yes.
And now we bolt the rest of the suspension on the back of the engine, because the engine itself is forming part of the structure of the car.
Right.
And, of course, it holds it all together. Get those picking up on those bolts, and we hang the rear suspension on the back there. We've got a complete structure right through the car. And then we'll hang the rear suspension on, get it all mounted up, get it down, because we want to be testing in 2 days.
The new Type 49, which used the engine as a chassis component, put the team streets ahead of the rest. This was Watkins Glen, US of A.
No let up in front, Clark leading Hill and then Amon. A slight spot of suspension trouble slows down the Flying Scotsman, but his lead is overwhelming. A shout of victory from Colin Chapman. Another shout for Graham Hill in second place. End of the season at Mexico City. As the dust settles, Hill's in front from Amon's Ferrari and teammate Clark. Mexican TV screens show him thundering through on his last lap to the checkered flag.
Chapman always looked for a clever solution to keep his cars in front. Rather than more power, he concentrated on aerodynamics over and under the vehicle. Downforce glued the cars to the track. Team Lotus would become one of the most successful in history. After Chapman's death, Lotus would carry on winning into the turbo age.